blessed. So I have a love message for someone out there, but before we get started on your message, for those of you who are new to the channel, yes, the screen is intentionally blocked out. I do it this way just so that you will hear my voice and listen to the message, all right? But there's someone start off this message. As you can see from the title, it is an interesting one. There's excitement to this message. It's a positive one. But this message, everybody knows that he wants you. But do you know? Do you know that you are highly wanted and desired by someone? I see a man who is completely like head over heels in love with a woman. He's crazy in love with you. But here's the thing. He's making all of this loudness, all of this loud he makes it known on the outside, but he keeps quiet on the inside. Like, this is a man who's making bold moves to pursue you, and everybody knows that he wants you. You know, he's like shouting at the top of his lungs that he wants to be with you. He makes it, this is a man of action, okay? He is of his action. And so the action that he's been taking are very loud and bold moves. And he has made it very clear that it's you who he wants to be with. But I don't feel like this man has really narrowed in on you. And what do I mean by that? I don't feel like this man has like approached you directly, like one-on-one, up close and personal, intimate. He's guarded. He's guarded when it comes to intimacy. I feel like you've hit him. You've hit his soft spot. You have hit this man's soft spot. You have hit his weakness. There's something that you did. I don't know if you made him feel rejected or you made him feel unseen, unwanted. And you know, it could be that you didn't do it on purpose. You know, maybe he's used to getting attention. Maybe he's used to women drooling over him and flaunting themselves at him. And maybe you're a woman who is of dignity and pride, and as much as you are attracted to him, you're not going to be the one to pursue him. He has to come and pursue you, right? Traditionally, the woman pursues the man. But this is such an interesting love story or love dynamic because everybody knows badly this man wants you, right? Do you know? Hold on, you guys. I'm sitting outside. I'm in here. Sorry, you guys. I'm at my parents' house and my dad's like, "Where are you?" But I was just sitting out here talking to you guys. But yes. Do you know, like, everybody knows that he wants you, but do you know how much a man wants you? There's no way that you don't know this man. There's no way, because I feel like he's been around you. Like, I'm seeing so much. I'm seeing so much, you guys. And if you're enjoying this message, please hit the thumbs up. Like this live stream, you guys. Like this video. It'll help boost it, show your support. Okay, let's continue. There's no way that you don't know who this man is, because I feel like he's always around you, but he just doesn't close in on you, like, intimately. He's guarded. He feels he feels naked around you. Like he doesn't, I don't know what his problem is, but he's going to have to get over it, because it could be one of his yellow flags, right? We always talk about red flags, but I feel like, when you see a red flag, go. But if you see a yellow flag is like a character flaw, right? We all have flaws, but there's something about him just pursuing you one-on-one, intimately, that he doesn't want to do. He feels naked, or he feels nude, he feels exposed, he feels weak. I feel like this man has been struck by Cupid's arrow. Cupid's love arrow hit this man so hard. Um, and he doesn't have any control of himself, by the way. When he might, like, in front of you, he might pretend to be in control and well composed. I feel like he has a really good poker face when in your presence, but behind the scenes, he doesn't have any control. He doesn't have any discipline. This is a man who checks up on you spontaneously at random hours of the day. This is a man who can't stop looking at you, watching you, thinking about you, talking about you. Um, this is a man who, he's suffering. Like, internally, I feel like this man was already suffering. And what do I mean by suffering? I feel like he was facing, some personal problems, personal challenges. And then on top of that, he gets hit by Cupid's arrow, and he's just like, he's all over the place. Like, I feel like before you entered his life, he was already, maybe not in a good place emotionally, maybe heartbroken, something happened in his past. And then boom, he gets hit really hard by Cupid's bow and arrow, struck by love, and completely enamored by you. And he's torn. He's really being called to let go of the pain. The two of you cross paths as a reminder to him. You are God's reminder to this man that all has not been lost, that God still has plans for him, that there is still more to come. I feel like this man was brutally hurt and scarred. He still carries those scars, but he can wear those scars as a badge of honor. There's no shame in having scars. We all carry scars, and we can wear it as a badge of honor. But I feel like this man was falling into a state of depression. The devil was telling him lies. He thought that his love life ended there with some sort of woman who betrayed him. And then the two of you cross paths, and it's God's reminder to him that God still has plans for him, that there's still more to come. All has not been lost, is what God is telling to this man. All has not been lost. I feel like he was deceived by a woman. Okay, we all get deceived. Sometimes humility is needed when someone hurts us, when someone offends us. We have to say, okay, who am I that somebody can't try to deceive? Who am I that somebody can't try to hurt? Don't hold yourself so high and mighty that someone can't do something to you without you forgiving them. All right. But I feel like he had, whatever happened in his past, something happens. He has a story. We all have a story. And he was so unforgiving, so bitter, and I'm also seeing him to be this control freak. And I hope he's watching this. He'll be like, "Oh, Dream, shut up." But really, I'm saying this with love. I feel like he used to have control issues, and we all have some level of control issues. Control comes from fear. Okay. Control comes from fear, where you're so fearful of getting hurt. You're so fearful of what's going to happen. You're so fearful of what is to come, that you somehow think that By being in control of everything, you can protect yourself from being hurt. Because of that controlling ways, I feel like he tried to control her in some sort of way. Whether directly or indirectly, he tried to control her in some way, shape, or form. But this woman is very gracious, and I don't think he has ever encountered a gracious person before. A gracious person is a forgiving person. They forgive like that. They don't hold things against you. And that is what shocks him about her. He's looking at this woman as an angel, a precious gem, one of a kind, very rare to find. And the two of them contrast each other because she is a gracious woman, super duper forgiving, and compassionate towards others. And he's like this tough, like on the exterior, he's tough, he's bold, a little bit mean, you know? He has that controlling nature. I feel like this is a man where his energy is very strong as well. Like if he were to walk past you, you would feel his presence before even seeing him. His energy, like he has that alpha, sort of energy where he's the boss. He's in control. You're not going to tell him anything. He's not going to put up with any nonsense. And indeed, I see that he is in control of his world. I see that people are careful around him. Nobody wants to hurt him. Everybody respects him. I don't see any problems in this man's life. He got what he wanted, control and power, because that's what's going to protect him from getting hurt, right? But then something takes a turn, and he meets this gracious woman whose her energy feels like a delicate flower. That's how her energy feels, very delicate. And he's like, it's like the story of Beauty and the Beast, right? Because he's like, this strong, masculine alpha with this like princess like energy, this royalty. This woman is royalty. Her presence is of royalty. She walks into the room, and you know that she is a woman of God, a woman of virtue. There is strength and power in this woman. But her power is far different than his power. He gets his power from asserting himself over people. She gets her power from simply influencing people, allowing people to have free will. This woman is an influencer. She doesn't seek to control people, but she will influence you to do the right thing. One of those people where you're around them, and just by being around them, it makes you want to change your whole life. It makes you want to start being good again, and get your life back together. This woman's power is through her influence. I don't know how else to explain it, but she's not seeking to control or dominate anyone. She allows you to have your free will, but you will be so inspired. That's what it is. She inspires people. She inspires people. She won't force you. She won't control you. She won't manipulate you, deceive you to do what she wants you to do, but she'll inspire you. And perhaps, all right, don't forget to like this video, you guys. Show support, thumbs up this video. But perhaps that is what has happened. He is inspired by her. He has pride. Now, here is some details that I am getting. This man, thank you, Holy Spirit. This man is very, very, he's a successful man. Like everything that he has, he worked for it. He built his empire. He started something. Like he's one of the pioneers. He's not one of those people where it's like, Um, like he inherited his wealth. I'm not seeing that. This is not to say that he didn't have, maybe he did have family who helped him, but he's a pioneer. And why am I using that word? He was one of the first people to start something here. He started something innovative, new. I wouldn't be surprised if this man is an innovator, is a visionary, is a business owner. Um, there's something like if he's a business owner, whatever his business is, he was one of the first people to come up with it. He was one of the first people, maybe he like a startup. There's something there, like y'all know what I mean. But he is a fascinating, he is a fascinating worker. He works very, very hard and he deserves every credit, and recognition. And maybe that's what kind of makes him a little bit cocky too, because I kind of see him being like, "You don't know who I am," like, like he demands that kind of credit and recognition, for his work. Um, there's, oh my gosh. Now, okay, here's what I also see about the situation. Okay. Um, she's getting a whole lot of attention. Okay. It has become known. The people around him know about this woman, even if he didn't tell them about her. Um, he's crazy over her. Like I'm sure the word I'm sure the word got out. Okay. I'm sure the word got out. And what do I mean by that? Like, what do I mean by the word got out? Like, I'm sure, you know, because he does these things where it's like he's keeping an eye on her. He convinces himself that he's just keeping an eye on her to make sure that she's safe and well and secure. I'm pretty sure this man has a whole security team on this woman and she doesn't even know it. you know and so at the end of the day, the people around him can see very clearly that there's a special woman in his life, and the news just spread, the rumors spread about the two of them. And so she's getting a whole lot of attention from people who are connected to him. Okay, it could even be that these people, it could be that they do want the two of them to be together, right? Maybe some of the people around him are like, "Oh, it's about time, that he finds a lover or finds a wife, someone to calm him down, someone to turn him uh uh, you know, nice again." I don't feel like this is a bad man, but I don't feel like he's the nicest either. But then again, opposites tend to attract. Um, and I'm sure the two of them, will complement each other very well. But she's getting a whole lot of attention from the people who are connected to him personally and professionally. Okay. This man is some sort of big deal. I don't know what industry he's in, but I'll tell you this. He came up with something incredible, and he's one of the first people to come up with it or start it or something like that. This is an innovator that I'm seeing. This is a visionary. And he's made quite a name for himself. He travels with a team of people. This is a man who might even have like an entourage or something like that. Now, as tough as he is, as much as, he likes being an alpha, I do find it interesting how I'm not seeing any real intimate moments uh between the two of you, between there I'm so sorry, you guys. There was a connection issue. Where did I where because I wasn't even looking at this at the screen. But what I was saying is, as much of an alpha that this man wants to be, and he is an alpha, in some way. I find it interesting how he will not approach you directly. I find it, and this could be a red flag, how he will not pursue you directly. And why am I saying that it could be a red flag? Don't get me wrong. Times have changed, but traditionally, the man pursues the woman. Okay. Not to say that, the other way around isn't good, but I'm just saying typically, commonly, the man pursues the woman. Be very careful, because this man practices control. He practices control in all aspects of his life. He practices control in his work life, his personal life, his social life, with his family, and even in his romantic life. He practices control. He likes dominance. And it could be that he wants her to pursue him, okay, to approach him first, because, listen closely, in that case, you are stepping into his territory. And so you have to play by his rule. You approached him. Now it's different if he approaches you. If he approaches you, he has to be nice. He has to play by your rule. He's approaching you. There's something there that he's doing. This man likes dominance in all aspects of his life. There's something that he's doing where he wants you to come towards him. He wants you to step into his territory, because you'll have to play by his rule. And his rule may not be fair, which is why I don't blame you if you are choosing to, because if you're in a relationship like that, where you have someone trying to control you, like bossing you around, like that relationship, I mean, I don't know about y'all, but I wouldn't want to be in a relationship like that. um it I feel like it's a good thing. I feel like it's a good thing that there has been distance between the two of you. And especially if you didn't, because I see him doing this thing where he could have tried to present himself to you. Like, he could have tried to place himself around you or near you so that you'll see him, hoping that he catches your eyes and you go towards him. If you didn't fall for that, if you resisted it, I'm going to clap for you. I'm going to clap for you, because never be, as a woman, never be the first one to pursue. He has to come and approach you, introduce himself, talk to you. I see him doing this. It was a trick where he presented himself to you. Here I am, kind of like what the male peacocks will do. They'll find a mate or someone who they like, and then the male peacock will spread out his feathers and show his feathers to the woman. I really would like. I'm pretty sure there's a YouTube. I'm pretty sure there's a YouTube video. Male peacocks, when they're pursuing the female peacock, he'll flaunt himself around her. That's what he did, hoping that you will go towards him. And if you didn't, I'm clapping for you. If you didn't, you passed the test. You did a good job. You resisted the temptation. Because I feel like this man is also extremely attractive, but he could also be a walking devil. And what do I mean by that? Like a handsome devil. He's very attractive on the outside, but you never know people's character. If you resisted that test, like him testing you, if you resisted that temptation, I'm so pleased with you, because that is what has led the two of you to where you're at now, where it's like a cat and mouse game. He's chasing you. You are a challenge for him. If you didn't pass the test, if you went flaunting yourself at this man and you fell for it, I'm pretty sure you're the one doing the chasing now. Yeah, you're probably the one doing the chasing now. So do you see how risky it is when a man expects you to do the approaching? He'll play in your face. So if you resisted, that's why the two of you are where you're at right now. Where he's chasing you, it's like a cat and mouse game. This man is battling his ego. He is battling his pride. He is battling his pride and ego. And this relationship just cannot come together until the inflated ego dies. He has to go through like a spiritual death. We used to call it here on the channel. He has to go through a spiritual death, like putting an end, okay? Putting an end to all of those toxic ways and toxic behavior and yeah. The thing is, what I find a little bit interesting about the two of you, y'all have been connecting from a distance. He knows that you know about him, that you know who he is. And he knows, he knows that you know about him. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a mutual understanding. There's a mutual understanding there. I feel like what will get this man, there's another, you know, I want you to pray for discernment, because I see a woman, if you are the woman watching this, I see a woman who has to pray for discernment, because there could be a lot going on around you, and I want you to understand what it is. For some of you, you have some things going on around you that could pertain to your work life, and then you have this man trying to pursue you, and it's connected to your romantic life. Pray for discernment to understand what it is that God is doing in your life and what he's calling for you to do, so that you don't mix up. You don't mix up certain things, because I keep on feeling like this woman has another situation going on aside from the love situation going on, but I don't want her to get it mixed up. So that is what I see for you guys. If I receive more messages on this, of course, I will make more videos pertaining to this. But in the meantime, I hope you enjoyed this message and this video. If you did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to support the channel. If you're interested in connecting with me more, visit my website. You're always welcome to book a personal spiritual guidance and insight session with me, relationship advice, all of that good stuff. It'll be on my website. So I'll put the link in the description box. Take care, everyone. Many blessings to you.